All right, what's going on, guys? Trey back again here to bring you another video. This one's going to be talking about an interesting topic. This is a topic sort of that, in layman's terms, pretty much anybody who's seen the movie The Matrix, okay, will sort of understand where I'm going with this. The question is basically, is life or is reality just a simulation, okay? And how would we know, otherwise if it was? So is it possible that we just, our lives and everything, we live in a simulation, we just don't know it? And this was the theme of the Matrix movie, that you have people in the real world, and then they sort of through using technology, live in this world, which is actually just a simulation for the machines to keep, use our body heat or something like that to run off of as energy, and none of it's really real. And how would we know if it wasn't? How could you disprove it? Okay, well, with absolute certainty, you can't really disprove it. But with practical certainty, you can. And you have to understand a little bit about designing simulations for the starters, especially, I got a lot of experience with this when it comes to computer science and, software engineering, this kind of stuff. Video games are a good way to look at it. Video games are a good way to understand, just how a simulation would be designed. And pretty much the easiest way to explain why I do not believe the real world is just a simulation of some kind, is because if you were to design some kind of simulation, like a game or something like that, any kind of simulation, on a computer system or any other kind of system too, the thing about our universe and our world that doesn't fit with a simulation is the fact that we are so small compared to the entire universe. I mean, the amount of stuff that is out there, the amount of solar systems, galaxies, planets, stars, everything else. I mean, compared to our solar system, we're like not even like a speck. Like, I don't even know how many solar systems there are. I'm not sure if we actually have any kind of estimate, really, that would make any kind of sense, maybe based on time and when the Big Bang happened. Based on acceleration, they could maybe estimate how many solar systems there are, but it's probably in the billions, if not trillions. And what that has to do with the question of whether or not we live in a simulation is that if you're going to build a simulation, okay, you would just build it, whatever it is you're designing. So let's say it's a video game, okay, where we get to live like The Sims, our lives, okay? Like The Sims is a good example. So in that type of world, anything you have running inside that engine has to run on a system, on some kind of hardware for the simulation to work. And basically, we would be enclosed inside of a relatively small space compared to our universe, which is so vast and there's so many things out there that those things do not serve a purpose with regards to us. They have no effect on us, and thereby they are useless to have in a simulation. You wouldn't, if you were to design a simulation, you wouldn't have those things there, because what's the purpose of designing an entire solar system just with giant planets, basically giant rocks, or whatever kind of planet they are, in all these different solar systems everywhere, if the target of your simulation, or the reason for creating your simulation, was just human beings on this planet or this solar system? All you would do if you're going to design it is you would design just this solar system, or anything that we would need to keep the solar system working and together, and have the rules work and everything in terms of gravity, and keep our planet where it's supposed to be, so that we can live in a habitable zone for long enough to have a decent simulation. So the easy way to look at it is basically, when you look at how much useless stuff there is in the universe compared to us, you can tell that it's not just a simulation. And furthermore, when it comes to design, if we were intelligently designed, that everything was intelligently designed, it's done so in a way that doesn't really make much sense, because when you look at it, 99.9% of the solar systems out there that would have been designed are useless. They're no good for anybody, at least not right now. Eventually, maybe they could be, but right now they're not. And If you were going to design a simulation, all you would do is you would just render basically our solar system and what's enclosed in it, our planet, the agents, the people who are living on the planet, but you wouldn't create this entire universe filled with stuff that is irrelevant to your simulation. So that's pretty much how you can kind of look at it with regards to the matrix idea from a designer's perspective, because remember, I have a lot of experience in designing systems like this and simulations like this. And when you do it, you just design what you need. You don't design all these other things out there that just really serve absolutely no purpose with regards to your simulation. So that to me is, like I said, practical certainty. You can never say absolute certainty, because here's the argument to my point is basically, well, a being with that type of intelligence, there's no way we could understand a being with that type of intelligence and why they would do things. The thing about that is that, okay, I can see that point as well, that we wouldn't really be able to relate and understand. But still, good design is good design. Bad design is bad design. For example, our teeth are a very bad design. There's the universe. If the purpose of it is us, basically, then there'd be no reason for all this other stuff out there. If the purpose is not, here's another argument. You could say the purpose is not really to simulate just human beings, but it's to simulate all these other things out there and all this other kind of stuff. Well, yeah, but that doesn't really have a purpose. There's really no like, what are you going to learn from that? What's the reason to create that? And as you backtrack that, when you start to think, well, why would someone or something create this and this and this? Rocks and things like that, and uninhabitable solar systems and planets, like it's so pointless, at least in terms of our lifespan, and even with how long we'll be here for, because I mean, human life, if you guys want to go check out my video I did talking about is human life infinite, and basically it's not. I mean, not our lifetimes, but our entire race. I mean, there will be a day, I firmly believe, with practical certainty, that there will be no human beings left alive, period. There just won't be. And that obviously that's going to be a long time from now to come. But yeah, if you were going to design a simulation to run in that sort of way, you just wouldn't do it. You wouldn't design it the same way that our universe is designed. It's pretty much as simple as that. Can't break it down any simpler than that. Anyway, it's an interesting topic, though. Let me know what you guys think about it. Sort of the Matrix idea. Do we live in a simulation? Trev says, nope. Later, guys. Peace.